えーっと、夏期講習以来ですか。
そうですね。
浅村さんも予備校今も通ってるんですか？
はい。土日だけですけどね。あれ、浅村さん？
Days with My Stepsister, episode number 10. And here we have, my friends, another boring episode. But hear me out, okay? Yes, was it boring? I have to mark that box. Yes, it was. But there was two interesting occurrences this episode that I think changed the dynamics of the show. Now, the one kind of concerning thing about it is changing the dynamics in a 12 episode season on episode number 10 really accomplishes Jack Doodoo, okay? And the reason I say that is we have two episodes left. We have episode 11 and we have episode 12. Your boy can count. We got two, count them up, two episodes left. So that means anything of importance that occurs, episode 10, 11, doesn't matter because we're ending in episode number 12. But here's the two things that did happen. One, it introduced a new girl in Utah's life, somebody who, quite frankly, is pretty, well animated, but pretty good looking. Short hair, gives off goth girl vibes, red eyes. For me, queen. On the opposite side of the coin, it introduces a boy in Saki's life. We have somebody, nice earrings. Your boy got earrings. That's already a plus for moi. So we introduce a good-looking other dude who has an interest in Saki. So you have two potential outside people, and don't forget, Utah also has his senpai girl as well too. So I guess you could say three, but on Utah's side, one girl who is older, who's kind of combating inner feelings with herself because, frankly, she's older than him by a year or 2 years. So he's in high school. For girls especially, it's a little harder to absorb being older, but she does like him. And then you have this new girl who he's met in cram school, who's probably roughly the same age, maybe a year younger, maybe a year older, but probably the same age as him, considering they were in the same cram school class. And potential love interest there. On Saki's side, again, you have this boy who is in her class, who has obviously been eyeballing her for a while. He keeps bringing up ideas of trying to get the group together, but he's really trying to get closer to Saki. They're probably acquaintances, but he's trying to become friends so that maybe he could become something else. And now we're going to get a, what do they call it? A study session, because he was trying to get them to go bowling, basically do anything else. But Saki's very resistant to just hanging out. So he found an inn, so he's going to get to study with her. So on both sides of the coin, you have other people who could fill that void of loneliness. So that way they don't fuck up their families, because really at this point, dad and mom are married now. They're kind of filling each other's glasses there. Dad was single for a really long time because moms really did him dirty. Saki's mom, I'm not really 100% sure on what happened to dad. I think he was a piece of shit who just kind of like left her because she was a night worker or something stupid like that. He got her pregnant and just dipped out. So he's a POS, and he was out the picture. So moms have just been working, doing her thing. And they both finally have found happiness, and they both would like to and crave a family. And they're both kind of creating that right now. So, for Saki and Utah to mess it up, it's a big weight that they have to kind of, eat. Now, in the comments of last week's episode, I did chat with a couple of you guys on the episode. And here's the thing. At the end of the day, the author's going to do what the author's going to do. And we know that the kind of purpose of this show is for Utah and Saki to, taste the forbidden fruit, eat the forbidden nut, if you would say. And I get it, the realism behind it is really just them messing up their parents' life. Because I mentioned it before, but young love, 95% of the time doesn't make it past adulthood, right? Like if you had a girlfriend or a boyfriend in high school, chances are you probably didn't date them very long outside of high school, because you become an adult, you change, what you're interested changes in. you know, young love is just, it is what it is. It's just young love. It's your first lustful thing, you know? Now, every so often, you know, love does make it past it, but it's that 1 in 10 kind of deal, you know, 1 in 100 kind of deal. So really, if they taste the forbidden fruit, they'd be doing it just to spit it out later anyways, but all they'd be doing is ruining their parents' life. So that's kind of always been my go-to. But regardless, the author definitely seems pretty gung-ho because of how Saki ended up at the end of this episode with, you know, basically she doesn't want to live with regrets. Basically saying that if she doesn't pursue Utah, that she'll feel like she regrets it because he could be the one. And, you know, it could be true. And on Utah's side, he's trying to suppress his feelings that he's just newly discovered for Saki. And he's trying to, you know, fill his head with, you know, she's my little sister, blah, 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 blah. And I get it. They're both doing the right thing. But it seems like eventually they'll cross that line. I don't think we'll get it in season 1. I don't think this show will get a season 2, to be honest. And that's kind of the problem I have right now with the show. And on top of that, like I said, you know, there was a couple of interesting, cool things, right? Including Saki's mom wanting to be Utah's mom, wanting to be, you know, referred to in that way. And, you know, I think she deserves it. She seems like a really nice lady, really good person. But it's really just those two main things that occurred this episode with the girl that was introduced to us for Utah and the boy that was introduced to us for Saki. But the journey was pretty boring. And that's my confliction. So we're going to end the season, guys. We're going to see how it goes. Let me know your guys' thoughts, you know. I'm sticking with it because I'm reviewing it every week. But I'm definitely interested, you know, for you guys who maybe aren't... You could drop it at any time, right? Definitely let me know in the comments, especially if you made it to this part of the video, like if you're gonna make it to the end of the season, are you doing it because like, hey, I'm just this far in, I might as well just finish the last couple episodes? Do you genuinely like it? Do you kind of agree with me that it gets boring at times, but you still like it? Are you just like, you know, you pick an anime and you're just like, yeah, I just stick with it, dude? Or like, you know what? Let me know your guys' thoughts. I just want to hear what you guys, you know, have to say and what you guys think. But anyways, yeah, those are my thoughts this week. Can't wait to hear your guys in the comments. I'll see you guys next week for episode 11 as we journey to the last couple episodes of the season. All right, my friends. Peace. Saki, saki.